Get real. Get Amstrad.
Hello and welcome to Face here on Inside Sport. I'm your host, Sanjeev Mukherjee. Joining me today on the show, one of the best batsmen in the world currently, who now is captain of the Kings 11 Punjab, plans to take his franchise team to their maiden IPL title. Rahul, a warm welcome. I shouldn't say warm because you are in possibly warmer climate.
Yeah, it is boiling here.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
How does it feel to return to this game post the lockdown? Because COVID-19 ensured the world came to a stop. How did you take to it and how is it now for you?
Yeah, we're all very, very excited, very, very happy that we're back to doing what we love doing. And yes, everybody's looking forward to the opportunity and we're all very grateful that we get to be get to come here and play cricket and play one of the most loved tournaments in the world. And yeah, we're all excited and looking forward to the next 2 months to enjoy playing cricket and doing what we love.
Absolutely. No, Kale, I've been reading about top sports persons across the world who said or rather acknowledged that maybe because of this lockdown and this big time away from the game, they might as well forget a little bit about the game. Has it happened to you? I hope not.
No, not at all. There's no way any of us can forget about the sport because for most of us, this is all we've done all our lives. So there hasn't been a plan B or there hasn't been anything else that we've done. So this is the only thing that we know to do. So yeah, I've missed it. I've missed it a lot, but initially it was still fine to just get some rest because we were on the road for a long time. So the first month and a half was really good to just be at home, relax, spend some time with the family and your loved ones. And yeah, then after that it just started getting a little difficult. But again, as sportsmen or as human beings, we all learn to adapt and we all try to look at the positives and make the best use of whatever situation is there. And yeah, that's more or less what all of us did.
True that. Now, Rahul, you're leading the team in this edition of the IPL. How did you prepare yourself for this new assignment to sort of settle into this role as a captain of a team?
I think this is that kind of skill or that kind of responsibility that you learn on the go and you try and do your best when you're in the middle. I don't think there's much you can prepare for. Obviously, there are strategically and tactically there are a few things that you can plan for. Just that is after we've come here, after I've gotten together with the coach and with the players and just see how everyone's going and try to put the best 11 on the team and try to bring the best out of everybody. And that's as much as you can do in a leadership role. And for me, like I said, I'm trying to learn on the go and try to do the best I can for the team, make the best possible decision at that particular moment, and try to bring the best out of the boys and try to create a environment in the dressing room and off the field where boys want to play the game, boys want to enjoy the cricket and play with complete freedom, not having any doubts or insecurities about their place or about themselves, and just to go out there and enjoy doing what they all love to do. So that's more or less what my thoughts were, and that's what I was trying to do. That's the only plan that I had before coming into the IPL, and during the time off, that's all really I did. And I mean, I played the game for so many years now, and at this level, I've played it for 5 or 6 years. So I've learned a lot from captains I've played under and captains I've played against, and just watching the game, just there are a few things that I've learned, and yeah, obviously that'll all be in the back of the head, and yeah, come that situation or crunch time, I try to use my experience.
Absolutely. On the field, it's always like a new day, a new job. Now, Rahul, as is evident in world cricket for a time immemorial, the captain and the coach, they always play a huge role in the success of any team going forward. Now, we all know that you and Anil, you've known each other for a long time. He's actually seen how you grew and matured and developed into the player you are today with that fantastic standing in world cricket. He speaks very highly of you. Uh, Tell me something, how important is that to have such a nice understanding with your coach? And that will surely help Kings 11 Punjab going forward.
ये तो मेरी बात सुनती नहीं. Thank God Amstrad तो सुनता है. Put on the AC.
Yes, of course it does. I mean, it's important that the coach in the team is someone the boys enjoy having around, and he's somebody who, I mean, somebody like Anil Kumble comes in with so much experience, and him having played so much cricket, he's played this tournament, this format, he's captained a franchise, he's been part of the part of teams, and he's been involved with this league for so many years. So he understands exactly what the teams go through, exactly what the individuals go through in the 2 months of the IPL, the ups and the downs. And he's been through it himself. He's seen it from the other side. Now he's in a job, in a coaching job, which which helps a franchisee, which helps a team, and which helps a captain like me who's captaining the team for the first time, just to have his experience and just to have somebody like him to fall back on and just bounce a few ideas. And yeah, I mean, like you said, we both come from the same city, and he's watched me grow, and he's been a huge help, and somebody who's always supported me and supported all the players from Karnataka. So yeah, just to have him around makes a huge difference, and somebody with like that much experience and legend of the game himself, just to have his presence in the dressing room makes a huge difference for youngsters and for the guys who've been playing for a while, because there's so much to learn from him.
Right. Now, Rahul, I read a very interesting in a good way, interesting headline in one of the newspapers here back in India, which spoke about Rahul in his new 3D avatar, meaning you're the captain, you're also opening for your team, and also the wicket keeper. Tell me, how do you handle it? Because it's not just for us journalists. More often than not, we ask cricketers questions, but there are a lot of those young kids who grow up to be students of the game, who want to play the game. They would need to know from somebody like you, how do you handle being the captain, being your team's leading batsman, also opening, and then also keeping wickets in such hot conditions there, warm conditions there in the IPL?
Yeah, look, I mean, it does. I've always believed that everything in life is as hard as you make it, or as simple as you make it. So for me, it's I've always tried to be in the moment, try to play one ball at a time, be it a batsman, be it a captain, or be it a wicket keeper. So I try to keep things as simple as I can, and can't be, when I'm wicket keeping, once the bowler's running in, all I have to do is worry about, my wicket keeping skills. And once that is done, obviously I don't have to worry about my keeping skills for the next 2-3 seconds. I worry about what changes to make, and once that is done, so it just keeps repeating. So for me, I try to, and when I'm batting, I obviously I'm trying to win the game for my team. So the thought is always looking at the scoreboard and what best I can do to win the game for my team. So I try to, yeah, like I said, try to keep things simple and try to focus on try to be in the moment and try to enjoy it as much as possible. I don't really know. I can't really answer your question and tell you if it's hard or easy, because I've just started. So I'm sure there will be times where it gets hard. There will be times when things won't go my way or the team's way. But that's the fun of sport, and that's the fun of life. And I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, very excited. And like I said, I'll take things as it comes, and be the good, be the bad. That's part of the journey.
Well said enough, Skipper. Now, you tell me, how's your team shaping up? Kings 11 Punjab. You've got pretty good picks. You made very good picks at the auction. Seems to be a very, very balanced side. Keeping aside the first game, victory and defeat happens in every game. But how's your team shaping up? Are you hopeful of doing very well this time?
Yeah, look, like I said again, I've not been a person, or I've not been a cricketer myself who thinks too far ahead, or is not. I'm not going into a game or into a tournament with huge expectations. For me, it's all about enjoying each day and each opportunity, and that's the kind of mindset I want my team and my players to go in with, to want to compete every game, to go out there and leave everything that you've got every game and not worry about what's going to happen at the end of the 14th game or the 16th game. For us, it's about enjoying each opportunity, and we're all fresh as we could ever be with 6 months of rest. So everyone's keen to go out there and create an impact, make the opportunities count, and put in some great performances. And I'm sure we're everything. Every time we talk in the dressing room, be it from the coach, be it from the senior players, or be it from me, it's always the talk is about focusing on the process and believing in our preparations. And just after that, it's come game time, you just go and believe that you've done everything you can, and just enjoy doing what we do, and then the results will take care of itself.
Right. So in T20, when we talk about T20, the general perception, I might say, the general perception from people outside the game who comment a lot on it, the general perception is that T20 is all about big hitting, good, clever bowling in the power play and the death overs. But when it comes to batting, primarily, I've seen, Rahul, people say it's about big hits, fours and sixes. But when we see exceptional batsmen like you playing with your straight bat, the classical orthodox way, and still making as much of an impact, how do you manage to do that? And do you think it doesn't matter what style you play, you just need to adapt to the format?
Yeah, I guess you said it right. I mean, T20 is all about fours and sixes, but end of the day, it's about hitting a six and a four. It doesn't matter how far you hit it or how hard you hit it. You still have to hit it for a four or a six, and that is how I look at the game. And I've said this before as well. Everybody is blessed differently, and it's important that we stay true to our game and stay true to ourselves. So yeah, it's still about scoring runs quickly, scoring the fours and sixes, and be bowlers having a lot of skill, doing change of pace, bowling the bouncers, yorkers, and all of that. So it's it keeps changing every minute and every ball. So it's important that we stay proactive, and your mind is always thinking about how you can get better and better each ball. So yeah, for me, that's how I've looked at it. There are people who are blessed with strength and power who can hit the big sixes, but you still get 6 runs only.
Absolutely. Very, 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 very well said. Rahul, how's your bowling attack looking? You got the very experienced Mohammad Shami, who looks to be on fire, and you've got the exciting Cottrell.
Yeah, it's looking really good. And, we've got a good balance of some really exciting young players and some experienced bowlers as well. Like you mentioned, Shami has been part of the franchise for a couple of seasons, and he's played the IPL for a long time. So he's coming well, and he started really well. So that's a great sign, and he's looking fit and he's looking strong. That's a great sign for us. And somebody like Cottrell, who's playing his first IPL, but he has a lot of international experience and has been doing really, really well. So he was somebody I really wanted in our franchise. I knew that as a left arm seamer, he gives brings in a different skill, and he's somebody who we've seen in international cricket who's always in for a fight and who's always giving it all for the team. So having these two experienced bowlers, we've got somebody like Chris Jordan, we've got Jimmy Neesham as an all-rounder, Maxwell who can bowl a little bit. So these, having all-rounders as well makes a huge difference to a team. And luckily for us, we have 2-3 of them who can bat and bowl. And yeah, we have some youngsters who are really, really exciting, and you will see that through the season they will play a big role in our team's victories, and I'm very confident that they'll do really well.
Absolutely. Last couple of questions before we wind this up. We all know you're very short on time, press of time. It's indeed a delight to have you share a little bit of your time with us. Tell me one thing, and this is just purely a fun question, not meant at making any of those sensational headlines, which we've got used to seeing the media do at the drop of a hat. Rahul, tell me, who is better? Is Chris Gale's Kannada better or Anil Kumble's Punjabi? You got to answer that.
I think Anil Kumble's Punjabi would be better, because I don't think Chris has been away from Bangalore for some time, so he's also practicing Punjabi now because he's a Punjabi boy, he's an entertainer. You should really see him. The world knows that he's an entertainer on the field, but he is 200 times more funny and more entertaining off the field. So to have somebody like that in the dressing room with so much experience, but who also keeps the dressing room happy and fun, and is always picking up youngsters and helping them, also making keeping the atmosphere light in the dressing room. So having somebody like that is brilliant, is special.
How is Chris shaping up this time, and what are your expectations from him?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he has been the biggest match winner in T20 cricket. He has the most experience in T20 cricket, and yeah, to have somebody like that in the dressing room. Unfortunately, to not play somebody as big as Chris is not an easy call to make. But the way he's batting, the way he's come back after lockdown, he looks stronger, fitter. Though he's aging, he's getting fitter by the day. That's what I keep telling him. And yeah, he's striking the ball really well. And I'm very, very certain that at some point in the tournament, he will have a huge role to play, and he will come in and win games for us.
Finally, Rahul, before I say thank you to you, one question which I wanted to ask you: this last 6-7 months, 5-6 months during lockdown, it gave a lot of time to everybody to sit back at home. It was a difficult time, but it also gave a lot of time for all of us to reflect on who we are, what we are, where we are going. If I'm sure you did the same too. If I'm to ask you, if you had the time to reflect, what are the 3 things, maybe 2 or 3 things you've thought that you would actually want to achieve in your cricketing journey?
I think, yeah, like you said, we've had a lot of time to reflect and a lot of time to be grateful for a lot of things. And the first thing always for me was how lucky I am and how grateful I should be for the opportunity that I've gotten. And this was something that I dreamt of since I was a child, and I'm getting to live my dream each day. And with each opportunity, for me, it's important that I make it count. But also at times I feel like, playing at the international level, there's so much pressure. The fun of it, the joy of it, somewhere gets lost in that pressure. So one of the things that I told myself was to come back with a lot more. When I get onto the field, to have a lot more fun, have to enjoy each opportunity, no matter what happens, and not worry about the results. And yeah, I mean, I'm 28 now. I have, good 7-8 years if my body stays fit. So to make each opportunity count, and to be more, to do more for the team, to win more games for my team, and try to see in whatever way I can help my fellow teammates and my colleagues back home to improve their games, and to help people around me also achieve their dream.
Absolutely. It is not just about Rahul winning games or winning the IPL as per se. I must say, I take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of everybody who's watching the IPL, because after such a long and tough period, the COVID pandemic is still on. But you guys, all of you guys, I must say, are bringing so much of joy to people's lives when they tune in on their television sets and see you guys in action. Victory and defeat, as they say, are just imposters. They happen. Someday it's a victory, another day it's a defeat. But thank you very, very much, Rahul. And it's a privilege speaking to you. And I'm very happy that you shared a little bit of your time. I wish you and the Kings 11 Punjab all the very best. But just one more thing, stay safe, stay well, and have fun. Thank you very much.
So much. Thank you.
ये तो मेरी बात सुनती नहीं. Thank God Amstrad तो सुनता है. Put on the AC.